Hey guys, it's Ashley here at Utah Trikes, and today I've got something totally different than what we normally show you. This is the Vimo by Envo. It's an enclosed semi-recumbent tricycle. It's got a motor, it's got pedals, it's got a throttle, and it's got Regen braking. And if you look in the back behind the scenes here, you've got a lot of cargo room back here.
Okay, so what's it like to ride the Vimo? Well, let's find out. So the first thing I'm noticing here, I do have a higher center of gravity than most of the recumbent trikes that we're used to. It is a semi-recumbent format, so my legs are still in front of me like this. It's still very comfortable, but it's definitely a different feeling. I'm sitting up higher. I feel pretty good here with traffic. So the very first impression that I get when I'm riding this is the noise. When I'm riding a recumbent trike, even though we build a lot of trikes that have motors, they're virtually silent. I think it's a combination of the type of the motor and the size and shape of this whole contraption. I guess being fully enclosed like this really just kind of echoes all of those noises. Now, so far, I've found myself using the throttle way more than I'm using the pedals. I've got a trigger shifter. I'm shifting my gears so I can shift. According to the display readout, I'm going about 20 miles an hour. When I'm at 20 miles an hour here, really don't have any more gearing to pedal faster, which is probably fine. The next thing that I'll mention here, as cool as I think this is, I think somebody that's gonna purchase this, especially sight unseen or without a test ride, you need to know, the good and the bad of it. Because I am sitting up higher, and then not only am I sitting up higher, but I've got this cage around me that also has more weight. It definitely feels a little tippy at high speed. Just riding it around in the parking lot for the first time, I was able to get one of the wheels off the ground. That's something that you're going to want to be aware of. Now that I've got a couple miles behind me, just like when I'm riding a trike, if I'm going around a corner like that, I want to lean into it a little bit. And so once you get used to that, it feels a lot more stable. Here I've got this S turn. You got to be a little careful. So once again, I'm doing about 20 miles an hour. I'm in my top gear. There's almost no pedaling effort. I just don't have the higher gears that I would want if I was going to be pedaling all the time. For most people, going 20 miles an hour on this is going to be all you're going to be doing. So I think it's great. Now, I got to say, I love this kind of enclosed feeling like this. It's kind of cool. I've ridden a few velomobiles over the years. One thing that was pretty common that we would experience with them, they would kind of feel like I was riding around in a greenhouse with the sun shining on me. And that's a nice thing with having these open sides like this. I don't feel like that. I have a lot of airflow, but then the sun is not beating right at me because this roof here really just kind of covers my head from the sun. When I'm going 20 miles an hour here, and that is its hard limit, when I'm picking up speed, it'll accelerate to about 21, almost 22. But then you can feel that motor just cuts off, and then it's just the motor going at 20 miles an hour. Potentially, could it go faster? I think it probably could, but I think it is limited in probably the controller software. I know that Envo made the Vimo specifically for various markets, and depending on the market that you're in, there's going to be different power outputs and speed ratings. Here in the United States, they've gone with a class 2 legal designation, and that's where the controller and the motor and everything is set up for. So I've got a throttle here, and I've got my pedals and my power assist, but I am limited to 20 miles an hour and a 750 watt max power output. In other areas, you might be set up with pedal assist only and no throttle, and that might be limited to a 250 watt, which I think for something this big would not really feel very adequate. So there's a lot of cool features here on the dash. So I have my display, which feels a lot like most other displays, you know, from Bafang or even Bosch. You know, I've got my battery meter there, my miles an hour, and then I also have my assist level. I have not left level 1. And then I've got, you know, various buttons here that I can push. Right there, I just dropped down to 0. So now in level 5, I'm going to not use the throttle. So right now I'm not using the throttle, which is right here. I'm not using that, so it's all pedal assist, and I'm in level 5. I can get up here to about 18, 19 miles an hour pretty easy in level 5. If I start dropping the level down with this switch underneath, it takes a bit more effort to pedal. The motor's not helping me as much, but at any time I can pull the throttle, and the throttle gives me full assist. And then other features, because this is, you know, kind of a small electric vehicle here, I do have turn signals. So I can turn these turn signals on, you know, let traffic know what I'm doing. So as I was crossing that railroad track, you could probably hear some of the noises from the suspension It kind of sounds like rattling noises, but I don't really think that's the case. But I think it's just, again, it's the echo chamber that being surrounded by this plastic bubble provides, you know? And so when you hear those bumps, they all sound a little louder. The suspension is pretty effective though. That rear suspension, it's got a pretty big swing arm and I can feel it, you know, as I'm going over the bumps, they feel pretty smooth. The front suspension is very interesting. It's got these really big struts. They do a good job and they really absorb the bumps. All right, so we're going to turn again. Got my turn signal on, and now we're going. Other features that it comes with, has a horn here. I've also got a phone holder. I was able to fit my rather large phone in it earlier. So that works pretty well. Going down a slight hill, again, I get up to about 22 miles an hour, and then it almost immediately, you can just feel that motor just kind of cuts out. So I have noticed here that when I'm going at higher speeds, if I let go of one hand and I try to do one-handed, and I'm wiggling the steering gear a little bit, the steering does feel a little sensitive at high speeds. You know, at lower speeds, not so much. It is easy to steer with one hand, but again, because I'm sitting up higher and this is my first ride with this, I want to be a little more cautious than I might be on some of our trikes. As far as a pedal electric vehicle, as I've been riding around here, I really feel like I'm not pedaling very much. That throttle is almost just too easy to use. Getting going from a stop, just generally riding this around with the throttle feels a lot more fun. Feels like I'm in this little buggy or little car. There does seem to be kind of a natural tendency to slow down. When I let off the throttle and I'm not pedaling, like it slows down and it feels electronic. It almost feels like there's some regen happening. And I notice that whether I'm pedaling or I'm using the throttle, like as soon as I stop pedaling, yeah, and I can feel that. So that's actually kind of cool, guys. So as I'm pedaling forward here, I can feel the motor is helping me. And if I stop pedaling and I use the throttle, it's all the motor. And then when I stop, now I'm not using the throttle and I'm not pedaling. It just naturally stops. That is the regen on the back. So as I'm pedaling forward, what I found here too, as I'm rolling forward, if I pedal backwards, it's actually engaging that regen. I can feel that regen and it just stops me. And then as soon as I start going forward, it kicks on again. Now, I know that people are going to ask about this because I can pedal backwards and I have this regen here. Do I have reverse? I don't have reverse pedaling backwards that I've found, but I do have this button here And if I press that and then press the throttle, now I have reverse. That's pretty cool. Something this big, having reverse on that is critical. That really comes into play too, because the turn radius on this is not terrific. And that's mostly because of the body itself. Keep this width narrow, but to still have an enclosed body here, the wheels get very close as I start turning. I don't know if you can see that there, but as I'm turning, you can see that's about as sharp as I can turn. The nice thing is I have reverse though, so I won't get stuck. So there's definitely some other cool features about the Vimo. I do have full lights all the way around. I've got headlight and tail light, turn signals like we already talked about. I also have my windshield wipers. You know, if I'm riding in the rain or whatever, this is really going to be beneficial. Now, most of the time that I've been riding, I've been in level 1 or 2. Now, again, I have been depending on the throttle a lot more. It seems that the throttle settings are fully unlocked no matter what your pedal assist setting is. So that's nice. There's not a speed limit for the different ones. If I'm pedaling, that level 5 definitely makes a big difference. Dealing with traffic, I feel much more like I am in a car or a scooter. I'm definitely getting a lot of looks. If you are an introvert and don't like to do things that grab a lot of attention, then the Vimo may not be for you, because I definitely have had a lot of people pointing fingers and curious about what I'm doing here. So far for a first ride, this Vimo has been a lot of fun. You can bet we'll be taking it out here the next few weeks and putting it through the paces, and we'll be nailing down all the different technical aspects.
This is enclosed. It's electric assist, has Regen braking, and can go 20 miles an hour with a throttle. Got a lot of cargo, weather protection, a lot of cool features. Hey guys, it's Ashley here with Utah Trikes, and I've got something pretty different than what we normally have. This